Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be covering the 15 best PayPal alternatives. Whether you're looking just for an app to send money between friends and family, or if you need an alternative for business payments, we're going to be covering both personal and business apps and different payment providers that you can use, whether you're just sick and tired of using PayPal, or if you really are just looking for alternative options to PayPal in general. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into number one on the list. And we're going to be covering the personal payments between friends and family first, and then we're going to slide more into the specific payment processing providers for businesses or people running e-commerce or online stores. Now, of course, you could do kind of a mix between personal and business with some of these providers as well. So we're going to be touching on all of that. And at the number one spot in the list, we have Zelle. Now, the thing with Zelle is that it is limited only to if your bank offers it. So it is a personal, primarily for personal transactions. That's really all that it is built for, between friends and family, maybe coworkers, dinner with friends, things like that. Now, Zelle is offered within specific banking apps. Maybe if you use Chase, Zelle is with Chase. They have that partnership there. Zelle also has partnerships with many other different banks out there as well. So you do have to check with your bank. However, I will say that it is really one of the fastest services, and they don't charge you any kind of fees. Now, as far as the specific payment processing fees for some of the other business providers, I'll be leaving that out because it does change quite a bit for different payment processors. But with Zelle, just friends and family, it does not charge you anything. However, it is important to mention that, of course, there is no buyer protection. So if you are doing business transactions, maybe you'll want to look for other providers other than Zelle, because Zelle really is only built for personal transactions. However, I will say, from my experience using Zelle, I do like them. They don't have any fees at all on personal transactions, and they are also super fast. It's literally instant because it is a direct bank-to-bank transfer, and they don't charge you any fees. So the Zelle payment provider option is great for those personal transactions, just sending money between friends and family. Again, if your bank offers it. That's one of the only cons of Zelle, is that not every bank has it available, but over time, more and more banks have adopted the Zelle model for being able to transfer between, even if you're using different banks as well. So that's another good option. That's why I put it number one at the list, because it's great for most people just looking for a personal payment transfer, to transfer money between friends and family as an alternative to PayPal. Now, second on the list, at number two, we have Cash App. Now, it should be no surprise that Cash App is in this list, because they really do offer quite a lot as far as between personal and also business transactions as well. If you are just sending money to friends, you can also buy stocks and Bitcoin on Cash App as well. So they do also offer that as well. Maybe if you're looking into investing and things like that, but just transferring money, they do allow you to do that completely for free. You can send and receive money as well. So Cash App is super, super popular within the app ecospace. So if you're looking for an easy way to transfer money, then Cash App could be a good option for you as well. They do also offer some exclusive discounts. They have a Cash App Pay and a Cash Card, similar to Venmo, which we'll touch on in a little bit here. But they also offer banking and stuff like that. So if you're looking for more than just transferring money, they do also offer, like I mentioned, stocks, Bitcoin. You can really do a lot with the Cash App. Basically everything money related as well. So that's cool. They really do offer a lot of money services. So, of course, Cash App is another great option for you for sending and receiving money. Moving in at number three, we have Venmo. Now, Venmo does do both personal and business. And I do want to mention, of course, that Venmo is owned by PayPal. So if you're just looking to avoid PayPal at all costs, for some reason, maybe you just don't like them as a company, then don't use Venmo, because they are owned by PayPal. But however, it is a bit different from PayPal. I think personally, Venmo is a lot simpler and easier to use. Now, of course, Venmo is, again, owned by PayPal. However, you can still send and receive money both for personal and for business as well. and it will track those payments. And there is a small fee, of course, for all business transactions. There's going to be fees, and those fees do often change over time. It's like I said, I'm not going to be outlining the specifics because those do change really quite frequently, the different fees for these different payment processors, especially in the business side of things. Now, for personal use, Venmo is great. It's easy to send and receive money, pay, and request people. A ton of people use Venmo, so it's super, super popular. Again, so it is a separate app that you do have to use in comparison to something like Zelle, but Cash App and Venmo are both fairly similar as far as how they operate. I do like Venmo even just for sending and receiving money, just very simple and easy, especially if someone's bank doesn't offer Zelle, or maybe they just don't have Zelle set up with their bank. Then Venmo can be a good alternative because you don't need to have any specific banks in order to use them. You could just pretty much anyone can sign up for Venmo and use Venmo. And Venmo's really been around the block for quite a while. Again, they are owned by PayPal, but they are quite a bit different. Personally, a lot easier to use in general. And they do also offer debit cards, I believe. Yeah, so as you can see, they have like a little cashback credit card, actually. So they do offer different cards and, crypto as well on Venmo. Pretty much everyone does that nowadays. But yeah, and the Venmo debit card. Yeah, so they do still have the debit card as well. So Venmo, if you're trying to use that for cards as well, ultimately it is primarily built around paying friends, but they do also have, a business option for accepting Venmo payments for business. And Venmo is very popularly used. You can also leave little comments and stuff like that, split payments as well. So generally Venmo is super good, maybe for, depending on, whatever you're paying for, sending money between friends and family, or even for business. Venmo is another good option. Moving in, next on the list, we have Wise, or also formerly known as TransferWise. So TransferWise is now Wise. This really is best for people doing international transfers because they do have, those abilities to transfer between multiple different currencies. So if you're looking for doing international transfers, then TransferWise could be good for you as an alternative to PayPal. Maybe a bit cheaper fees, and depending on what you're looking for, between different foreign transactions. So if you're doing maybe from, like they said here, if you're going from USD to Euro, then this could be a good option for you. Again, very similar as far as the whole using cards and things like that and sending money is a bit cheaper than traditional exchange rates. So if you are looking at doing international transactions, then Wise or TransferWise can be good for you. Again, they do also offer both personal and business. So either way you're looking at it, you can use them for that. So moving on, next on this list, and really the majority of the rest of this list is more focused around business payments. So if you were just looking for transferring money between personal apps like friends and family, that's really the Zelle, the Cash App, the Venmo, TransferWise, things like that, especially Zelle, Cash App, and Venmo, probably the three most popular. And then internationally, you could do TransferWise. This is now more focused on the business payments. Now, Stripe, no surprise, they are really at the top of the list for business transactions, especially outside of PayPal. If you want to accept credit cards and other payments like Apple Pay as well, like credit cards and Apple Pay are some of the most popular payments that people use nowadays. Stripe allows you to build out that financial infrastructure on your website, your app, or whatever platform you're using. Stripe does have a ton of different integrations. Again, here, Instacart, Salesforce, Amazon, Slack, Shopify, Google, Lyft, and Zoom all are users of them. So as you can see here, getting invoices, using payments, really any type of payment processing. They have easy APIs as well. And they really just have a ton of different integrations, no matter what type of platform that you're using, whether it be for e-commerce, online stores, physical retail, subscription payments with websites. Like really, Stripe has the most integrations in general with all different platforms and online platforms, and making the API very easy to accept payments, send payouts, manage your overall business online for getting payments. Yeah, so Stripe definitely a key spot in this list and deserves really at the top of the list for business transactions and transferring money within your business, accepting payments as well. Moving on, next on this list, we have WePay. Now, WePay is a bit newer. They are owned by JP Morgan, also, JP Morgan Chase. So WePay is good for business transactions. Again, if you're accepting cards, credit cards, debit cards, things like that, they do also offer, different payment providing. So you can accept things within your business, whether depending on what type of business you are, whether you're a government entity, sole proprietor, business, a nonprofit. They really have the whole suite of solutions for people looking to accept payments and do payment processing. Again, they're owned by JP Morgan, so you can definitely trust them in general. They have a nice little dashboard so you can track your overall sales snapshot as well, but definitely worth taking a look at and checking out WePay as well. Moving on, next in the list, we have Shopify Payments. Now, I will preface this with saying that this is limited only to the Shopify platform, the Shopify e-commerce store if you're building out an online store. Again, I recommend Shopify a lot on the channel for people looking to build out e-commerce stores, online stores, selling physical, digital products online. If you're building out a website and online store, Shopify is a good option for that. I do have a link down in the description box below. You can get set up with a Shopify free trial. If you're interested in getting started with Shopify for e-commerce and online stores, if you're looking to accept payments, Shopify Payments is a good provider for accepting payments in your online store. If you're using Shopify, they are really the best option for you as a payment processor for processing payments on your online store. Now, again, they are just limited to the Shopify platform. So if you're using anything else, you do have to look elsewhere. If you're using other software, you can't use Shopify Payments unless you're on Shopify. So that's one thing that's kind of a negative with it. But if you're using Shopify, then you can get payments and accept payments quite well with Shopify Payments. They really are a great payment provider as well if you're in the Shopify ecosystem and the Shopify platform. Moving on, next in the list, we have QuickBooks Payments. Again, similar to Shopify Payments, you have to be using Intuit QuickBooks in order to use QuickBooks Payments. Now, QuickBooks Payments integrates directly with QuickBooks, so if you're already a small business owner using QuickBooks, then it makes sense a ton to use QuickBooks Payments because you can accept payments from all the different payment providers directly through QuickBooks Payments, whether it be, bank transfers, debit, credit card, Apple Pay, even PayPal or Venmo. People can pay you through QuickBooks Payments in your business. So it may be if you're a contractor or things like that, you can send out invoices to people and get paid on those invoices, and it automatically gets then transferred directly into your QuickBooks account. So it's easier for accounting and bookkeeping and things like that. So, hey, if you're already using QuickBooks, could be a good option for you to look into. Again, it really is pretty niche and dependent on your specific business that you're running, but I figured I would mention it because it is a good payment processing solution as an alternative to just using PayPal itself for invoicing, because QuickBooks also has the invoicing built into QuickBooks Payments. Moving on, next in the list, we have Amazon Pay. Now, Amazon Pay, of course, tons and tons of people use Amazon to purchase products. So if they already have their account information set up with Amazon, then they can use Amazon Pay to pay for products and services on your online store. It connects with a variety of different online store providers, such as BigCommerce, Shopify, different e-commerce platforms like that. People can use Amazon Pay to pay for your products and services on your online store. Again, if they already have an Amazon account, then they can use Amazon Pay to pay. So it's a good option in your business to just have a lot of different payment processors available. Amazon Pay is another good option just to leave your customers with more options to choose from when they are shopping with you. Moving on, next in the list, we have Authorize.net. Now, Authorize.net has been acquired by Visa, so they are trusted and they are owned by Visa as a Visa solution. So Authorize.net is another good alternative if you're looking for, taking credit cards, different contactless payments, e-checks, again, in person or on the go. Again, more for business, whether you're doing e-commerce, point of sale, mobile payments, things like that, you can use Authorize.net as well for your business. Of course, getting paid from all the different major payment providers, accepting payments. Authorize.net could be a good option for you. So yeah, that's Authorize.net. Moving on, next in the list, we have Braintree. Now, Braintree is owned by PayPal. However, if you are tired of all the PayPal problems that you may be running into, Braintree could help you because they actually give you a merchant account, which helps with reducing those transactional issues or problems with getting your payouts over time, especially if you have an e-commerce store. Braintree could be a good option as an alternative to PayPal, but yet still in a way with PayPal, so you don't miss out on those PayPal transactions or sales, but you're able to streamline the business process and operations because you minimize the risk and other problems that you may have. And just in general, you get an actual merchant account, so it helps you with managing the risk mitigation and accepting more payments and not running into those typical PayPal issues because Braintree, again, you get an actual merchant account. So if you're interested in that, of course, check out Braintree. Moving in, next on the list, we have Square. Now, Square really, again, kind of similar to Shopify where you have to be using that platform in order to use them. But Square for brick and mortar businesses, it's no surprise they are really one of the most popular for brick and mortar businesses in general. And you can accept payments directly through Square as well, whether you're in person or online. So if you have online payments selling or in person with customers and things like that, you can use Square as well for accepting payments in your business. And they are a good option, like I mentioned, whether it's food and beverage, retail, beauty and wellness, large businesses, Square is a good option. They have all the different point of sale systems. So if you're looking at POS systems, things like that, then Square could be a good payment option to accept payments in your business as well. Now, moving in next on the list, we have Payoneer. Now, Payoneer is used by freelance e-commerce, content creation, digital marketing, travel, music royalties, all these different companies. Payoneer has the high-level, enterprise-level integration. So if you're a larger business looking at, paying suppliers, receiving accounts, paying different VAT if you're in the EU or UK, requesting payments, then Payoneer could be a good option for you. They do have those higher level solutions. If you are scaling up long term, they allow you to do those larger transfers and things like that, whether it be managing your digital business and just doing global trade. So overall, Payoneer, another good option. They have a lot of enterprise level solutions if you are at that higher level, or maybe even if you're just kind of starting out, then Payoneer could be a good option for you as well. Moving on, next on this list, we have 2Checkout, also now known as Verifone. So this one is really good for digital products and services, whether you're a software company or a SaaS or software as a service company, then Verifone and 2Checkout can be really good for you, just making those service payments streamlined and simple and easy. I've paid different companies that use 2Checkout. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to use as well. Again, more for businesses, but 2Checkout, Verifone, another good option for you, especially if you're in that digital software services, or maybe if you're in retail, they do also allow you to do that as well. But 2Checkout, again, rebranded now as Verifone, another good option for those business payments. Moving on, last but not least in the list, we have BitPay. Now, BitPay does have personal and for business, although I am primarily referring to them for the business transactions. You're able to accept crypto in your online store. As you'd see, Mark Cuban even says hey, BitPay allows people to make purchases with the Mavs. If you are, using Shopify, you can connect BitPay with Shopify as well if you're looking to accept cryptocurrency payments in your on your website, your email, your in-person online store. No matter wherever you're selling your products, you can get paid out in crypto, and you could even transfer that out as USD or whatever currency that you want. If you want things settled in fiat currency, crypto, or a mix of both, BitPay is a great option if you're looking to accept cryptocurrency or Bitcoin payments in your business. So BitPay, again, last but not least. They do also have personal transactions if you're looking to transfer money or cryptocurrency between people just as personal, or again, if you're looking at getting a payment processor for business. So that's last but not least in the list. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video here on different PayPal alternatives. I will leave a closing remarks that, hey, PayPal is still a great option for a lot of people. It really is one of the most popular online payment providers, but I get that people just want alternatives, right? You want different options in your, whether it's for personal use or for business use. So guys, hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and the notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. But anyway, guys, that's all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.